Is it worth buying an old Acura Integra? If you're a Honda and Acura enthusiast, then chances are that you're slightly disappointed in the new Acura Integra. Sure, it doesn't exactly look like the third-generation Acura Integra that we once knew and loved, but we're sure it's going to be great in its own way once we're able to drive it. Speaking of older Acura Integras, you can still find some clean examples in the used market if you want to be nostalgic. However, is it really a good worth it to buy one? An Acura Integra will last forever. A street racer and his third-generation Acura Integra. Myung J. Chun/Los Angeles Times via Getty Images related. This old-school Acura Integra has some new-school Honda tech. The good news about buying an older Acura Integra, no matter which generation you buy, is that it will run forever. Forever may sound like a tall order, but in reality, there are plenty of older Integra models with well over 200,000 to 300,000 still roaming the street. They may not be in the best cosmetic shape, but they're still running and will likely continue to do so for many years. You too can have your very own older Integra to keep forever. But if you're wondering which one to choose, we suggest looking for a third-generation model, produced from 1994 to 2001. Not only do these models look the best, you're also less likely to have maintenance and repair issues along the way since they are newer. Of course, the first and second generation models are great choices as well. However, they are a little hard to come by and replacement parts can be harder to find. If you do find one in good shape, then snatch it up. Just remember that the first and second gen models didn't come with airbags, but they did come with automatic seatbelts, which are kind of handy but are also prone to breaking. Older Integras are cheap and easy to maintain, but OEM parts are hard to find in older model Acura Integra. Tim Boyle / Getty Images Speaking of replacement parts, that's one of the main Achilles heels of older Integras in the current market. The Integra, even in its most recent form, is over 20 years old, 30 years for the older generation. That being said, you may find plenty of examples for sale in rough shape and in need of much more than an oil change and spark plug. In that case, many of the OEM parts that were once readily available online or from a dealer have been discontinued. However, there are plenty of aftermarket parts that can be used as well. The good news is that once you have the parts you need for any repairs, every Integra model is really easy to work on. It's like building Legos, really. The Integra could increase in value in the future. 2000 Acura Integra Type R Acura Ultimately. It could be worth it to buy an older generation Acura Integra due to the increase in popularity and the scarcity of the model. Since the new Integra is coming out soon, there's a chance that the values of the older ones may increase in the near future, much like they did for the first generation NSX. Although, we don't think that Integra's value will shoot up to stratospheric levels across the board. But if you're lucky enough to score an Integra Type R, then you could be looking at a potential gold mine. In fact, a pristine example just sold for $112,112 on Bring a Trailer. No matter what your reason is for wanting an older Acura Integra, it's a good time to buy one in decent shape. After all, the introduction of the new Integra goes to show that they just don't make them like they used to. Related, did the 2023 Acura Integra reveal fall short of its 90s glory?